Good morning, investors. It's W from W Investing here. It's April 25th. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so most United States markets have not opened, but I decided that I'd give a little analysis of gold and maybe give another prediction. That seems to be a hot topic, especially through YouTube users, so we'll look at some charts and make some predictions on gold and maybe the overall market, talk a little bit about Apple. So gold's at about 1640 an ounce. And looking at the chart of gold, it's been hovering around its 200-day moving average for quite some time. Yesterday there was a little star pattern here. It bumped all the way up to its 20-day moving average and then pulled back a little bit. But with the stock markets moving higher today, I'll be interested to see what happens with gold and silver. If gold can get any traction and move above the 20-day moving average of 1653, we're going to have a very big day. We're going to have one of those days where gold's up $40, $50 an ounce, and a lot of investors are going to come into gold because they've been sitting on the sidelines for quite some time. I'm not saying this is going to happen today or tomorrow or maybe even this week or next week. Gold might need to double bottom down here at 1550 or so. But if there is some traction, some news comes out that sends investors straight into gold, then look for one of these big days. I would look for resistance at the 50 and 200-day moving average, but I still like gold long term. Anybody who's invested in gold since about 2001 knows that every time it gets close to its 200-day moving average, it tends to bounce much higher. For more gold information, you can check out 321 Gold. I'll put a link in the information. As far as the major indices, we're going to see all three open higher. The S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ. The stock market futures here are all pushing much higher, especially the NASDAQ. Apple is going to open up about $50 higher, so it's going to jump even above its 20-day moving average. It's going to be up here in the 620 level. If it gets traction in the next few weeks, it could push towards an all-time high up here well above 630. That's great news for the overall market. If you look at this chart of Apple since April, and you look at this chart of the NASDAQ since April, it looks eerily similar. So if Apple's going to lead the way, which I assume it will, it has been leading the NASDAQ for quite some time, then that's a good sign for investors of tech stocks and just investors of United States stocks in general. To do a little technical analysis on the NASDAQ, I'd like to see a rise in volume above 3,014. Anything above the 3,000 level with conviction is good news, and we'll see what happens. That being said, if money's heading into tech stocks, it might not be going into gold, but we have seen in the recent past that gold and stocks can go up at the same time. It's been kind of unusual compared to decades in the past when gold goes up and stocks goes down. So we'll see what happens, but just note that this 20-day moving average on gold is very important. If we get a move above that, we might see a quick day all the way up to the 50-day moving average and maybe even the 200-day moving average. Gold's at a low-risk buy point right now. I think if you do decide to buy, the double bottom down here at 1550 is as low as it will go. This is just my opinion. It's solely recreational. Take it for what it's worth, which is free. If you have any comments on the price of gold or where you think gold is going, make sure to comment below. And please like the video on YouTube if you do in fact like it.